Today on the channel from AEW Jazzwares Unrivaled Series 10, we've got Wardlow.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled Series 10 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got no stranger to the AEW series, we've got Wardlow. But for all your WWE and AEW wrestling figure needs, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code KYLE to save 10%. And Wardlow, like I said, we've had a figure before, and of course we'll compare it to that one later on in this very video, but no stranger to future lines as well, as Wardlow is really cooking with gas right now. Of course, if you're watching AEW programming, really kind of like a modern day Goldberg in some ways, as the fans are getting behind him. He is a big guy, and I've said it before, AEW, I like AEW, but man, they don't have enough big guys. But guys like Wardlow seem even bigger than they actually are because they're facing so many smaller, different guys out there. So he's really in a prime spot over in the AEW roster. Be interesting if when his contract's up, if the WWE starts knocking on his door, we'll see what happens. You would think he's loyal to AEW, but guess what? Money talks. We've seen it millions of times. Probably in your day job, money talks as well. So you got to be careful. We'll see what his future holds, but I'm sure it's so bright, he should probably be wearing shades. That's what I would say. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And there he is, old Wardlow in his white gear. Look at that, from the old Blood and Guts. As we do know, we're going to build out those whole Blood and Guts teams, which I think is a really good idea by the Jazzwares team. But you got Wardlow right there, extra head going on. Beautiful glamour shot down low, Unrivaled AEW. Packaging we know by now. This is Series 10, and he is figure number 81. And we know on the side of the package here, it does spell out Team Taz for those keeping track at home. And then on the back, you got the cross-sell. Of course, we're going to unbox every single one of those here on the channel at the very end of the week. We're going to rank them from my least favorite to favorite, so you'll want to stay around for that one for sure. You got a nice glamour shot of the Blood and Guts match, of course, back there. What's it say here? Dynamite, Blood and Guts, 5/5/2021, Jacksonville, Florida. Old Wardlow. So looking really good, of course. So we'll see what's going on. Let's get him out of the package without any further ado. We got to get down to Wardlow, the old TBS. Or not the TBS champion, he's the television champion, is what he is currently, as we know. So good for him, getting his first taste of gold. Oh, I remember my first taste of gold. No, I don't really, but there it is. See you later. Uh-oh, Spider-Man style. Bam! See you later off the screen. There it goes. And one more see you later for the road. See you later. Up high. There it goes. And we're down to business with Wardlow in the all-white gear. Oh, whenever anybody wears all white, you know the bloodshed's coming. We learned that in the 80s with Dusty Rhodes, for sure. Probably even before that, really. But there he is in the plastic prison. We get extra hands with Wardlow. That's always a plus. We love having extra hands. Can I get him out of the package? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. Oh boy, oh Jazzwares, you're playing all the hits tonight. You gave me two fists, a left and right fist. Man, I'm here for that all day long. And of course, his previous Jazzwares figure did come with two fists as well, so I guess I shouldn't be super surprised. But always nice to get fists, and we even get one that has a little tape action going on for it. So I'm here for that all day long. Now let's bust out old Wardlow here, see what all the fuss is about. And oh, there's been fuss. I've heard it. I've heard it. Interesting. He's got a nice shine, a glisten to him, really shiny on the skin. We've had some interesting skin tone problems with Jazzwares, as we know. The first set, everybody looked like they saw a ghost. Then we had guys turning into zombies, it looked like. Then they kind of figured it out. Then they stepped back a little bit. This is somewhere kind of in the middle. A very, very good head sculpt for this Wardlow. I like it a lot. Hair up in a bun, shaved around the sides. Of course, his beard. Big time screaming head sculpt going on here. Looks good, though. I think this head sculpt looks really good for Wardlow. I know who this is. You hand me this head, I know who it is. It passes that test. The skin tone is a little bit lighter, a little bit shinier than the head. Not super, super noticeable, but if you really stare at it, that's what my eyes do end up seeing. Of course, articulation-wise, arms go all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed elbows, hands removable all over the place at the wrist. We do got wrist tape painted on. A lot more stability in these elbows compared to some of the littler guys. I guess the bigger arms helps with the not breakage, because I can see a lot of people breaking some of these arms if they're not careful. Double jointed elbows as usual. Got the old hula hoop action there at the waist. Then you get the waist articulation. You can almost do the splits. Pretty good right there. You do get a thigh cut. You do get double jointed knees. Nice knee pads on here. It does say the Pinnacle on there. Of course, it's the Pinnacle gear from Blood and Guts. It does have Wardlow on the back of his singlet as well. And a gorilla, or a picture of Andrade's mask. I'm not sure what that is. If you saw the Andrade review, you know what I'm talking about there. Then we do get a boot cut, and we do get ankle articulation, really nice. And then Pinnacle on the white boots once again. A good-looking Wardlow figure here. And I got to think this will be selling pretty well because, hey, everything's coming up Wardlow these days. Does he fit on a Jazzware stand? I should probably grab a Jazzware stand. That was a Mattel one. The Jazzware stand, he fits like an absolute glove right there. Perfect. Now we get the extra head with him. The extra head, of course, is just more of a relaxed face is what this is. It's just a normal face. I still like the Screaming one, and I think these head sculpts might be the identical head sculpts of the last one. I do have Wardlow hanging out right here, and I believe I got the Screaming face on him. Boy, it's pretty close. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing. A little bit more teeth showing on mine. On the old one, or I should say on the new one, has a little bit more teeth showing. I think it's the same thing, just a little different paint scheme though. Maybe, I don't know. It's close enough to be dangerous. Definitely the fade on the hair is different. Gosh, I don't know. I think it is different. It is a different head sculpt. It definitely is. You can see the eyes better on the new one. The mouth is open, but maybe not quite as wide, and the beard is a little bit farther back than it is on the first version of Wardlow. But definitely a lot of reuse between these either way, but he doesn't change his gear a whole lot. It's just almost a color change, really, at this point. Of course, we do have Pinnacle member MJF right here. So we got two of the guys in the white ones. We still got the FTRs to come. Hopefully, those are coming fairly soon. Those might have been on the Unmatched set. I can't even remember at this point. But I'm all in for a white gear. I'm not really happy about another MJF and Wardlow so soon, and even FTR, but I hope the FTR are a heck of a lot better than the last FTRs we got. But when you're building out a team, there's just something special about that. So I'm okay with them doing that. I would have loved to see an Unmatched or Unrivaled just have the set, and be done with it. Just get it out of the way all at once. I think that would be really cool. Or better yet, do a big ringside box set. Just have a big box set with them all. And let's just get it over with that way. But it is what it is. We'll get them all eventually, and we'll unbox them all eventually on the channel here, as you guys do know. But this Wardlow, pretty good. I forgot, too. I didn't even see this. He's got some of that tape down there on his back of his leg. That's nice attention to detail with that one. I just caught that. I didn't see that right at first. But a lot of reuse from this one, but you would expect it to be that way. But that's Wardlow. What are your guys' thoughts? You all in on this Wardlow? Picking it up? Passing? Let me know your thoughts on Wardlow. I think it's one of those things, too, that if you're getting a couple of members of the Pinnacle, you're like, you know what? I got to get the rest. I just think that's the way it goes. And that's smart when you put that business hat on. They're convincing people to buy another MJF, maybe buying another Wardlow or FTR. It just makes all sense in the world business-wise. And then at the end of the day, we got to choose. Do we vote with our wallets? Do we pick them up? Or do we pass? Only you can answer that question for yourself, as we all know. But just leave me your thoughts on Wardlow down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give this video the old thumbs up. And then when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the old notification bell. You don't want to miss an AEW unboxing or any of the other unboxings here on the channel. Don't forget about the Patreon channel, where you can get this video, many other videos much earlier on Patreon. Bonus content, exclusive content, and monthly giveaways over there. A lot of fun to be had on the Patreon, and I would love to have you a part of it. So check out the Patreon link in the description below. You can hit me up at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Pinnacle and the Wardlow, I'm the Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.